Hi. So I want to talk about self-worth. Um, this is something that I've struggled with most of my life on a day-to-day basis. It's been something that has, when I use the equation that I'm going to talk about correctly, um, that day can be amazing. When I forget, it can be horrible, And um, I just want to talk about self-worth for the Christian, and for you, wherever you are in life. It's really important. It's a deeper conversation than the basic gospel, but it's a journey. It's part of the journey, the Christian walk, the narrow road. And in Isaiah, God talks about um, clothing us clothing us in righteousness, and the Christian being his bride. He created this beautiful world. He created, his angels who worship him nonstop. And he doesn't refer to them as the bride. His creation, you see all the mountains, the beauty around you, the ocean, the seas, the sunny days, the gracefulness of the snowfall. And yet, as much as the Bible refers to the creation as groaning to being with him, that isn't who he refers to as his bride. He refers to you, to me, as his bride. Talks about adorning ourselves and jewels, as a bride adorns herself in jewels, and as a bride's groom prepares himself for his bride, so God does for us. That's a self-esteem booster, to say the least. Taking the equation of how I've lived a lot of my life, I've struggled seeing and evaluating, measuring, and feeling the feelings I have towards me as a person, as myself, have been through someone else's eyes. Maybe you're looking at the way your family sees you, your coworkers, your peers, day to day, going to the mall thinking someone's looking at you funny, maybe you feel just so low self-esteem wise. The equation of seeing yourself through someone else's eyes is actually correct, but the formula is messed up, because we're not to look at ourselves through man's eyes. We're to see ourselves through God's eyes. See, God sees the heart and he measures the heart, and that's how he measures the man. And in Psalms it talks about how, in Psalm 139, that we were fearfully and wonderfully made. That he knit us together in our mother's womb. He ordained all the days for us, even as yet there was one of them. He knows the intricate details of our lives. And true beauty beginning in the heart and how he sees you is very important for us to equate. It's a long journey trying to transition from the brokenness that life can leave us sometimes. I don't know what you've gone through. I don't know what your situation is. But I do know that there's hope. There's light at the end of this tunnel. It's a day-to-day journey. It doesn't happen overnight. It begins with you and God. And I want to encourage you today, no matter what's happened, not to evaluate your self-worth on tongues that have spoken words, people that have spoken words to condemn your life. Even if at this moment you can't rack your mind to find a messenger of God, someone from your church, someone who you met randomly at the store, who has said, something that has spoken life to you. God speaks life to you daily. It's that little thought that comes across your head that you are more. It's that whisper. It's in the breeze. God speaks to us in so many different ways. But as someone that I want to speak those words of life to you, you are more than what you could ever imagine. You were created for a purpose. It sounds so cliche if you've heard this before, but it's so true. God created you. You are the only you. There has never been and there will never be anyone like you. No matter what your parents said, you're not an accident. You weren't a mistake. No matter what your friends or peers or coworkers say, stop looking at yourself through them. You will live your whole life in failure and torment in complete depression if you see yourself the way the negative words that flow out of people's mouths condemn you. You know, sometimes your worst critic is yourself. And, you know, I don't know if someone's taken something from you. Maybe you feel broken, used. You know, maybe you feel that it'll never be okay. It's going to be okay. No matter what situation you're in, if you focus on Him, if you allow His love to change you from the inside out, spend time with Him, read His Word, and start seeing yourself as He sees you. I really recommend for the Christians to read Psalm 139. It's an amazing, intimate run-in with God. When you read that and you read the words, "For I am fearfully and wonderfully made," you know, and let it sink in. It changes your outlook, and your perspective is everything for your life. So no matter where you are, no matter what you're doing, make time sometime today just to read Psalm 139, to start seeing yourself as God sees you. And I encourage you to keep on that journey if you're on it. It's a road of recovery. I'm on it right now. And it's up and down, and it's a struggle, but it's so worth it. You know, who I was this time last year is not who I am today. You know, it gets better. So good luck. Thank you.